guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry, and today I'm doing the first vlog of 2017, and it's going to be a little different video. A lot of you have asked for this, and so I'm going to try to bring you a vlog. If you guys have any suggestions on editing, or if you do vlogs, how you put it together, that would be helpful. I know a lot of people ask for them. I've been playing with it on my phone, but I guess I don't have the talents to get my phone, even though that would be the most convenient, to get it to edit correctly. So I've got to do it on my computer. But first thing this morning, let me show you what we woke up to. Oh my goodness. You're gonna love this. Okay, so we woke up to, ooh, can you see? Can you see? Look at the snow. And I don't want to open the door because the wind is blowing. But I will, because you guys are worth it. Look at that. About 5.5, 6 inches of snow, and it's still flurrying. I don't know if you can see it, but it's cold. It's like 25 degrees. Burr. So, being that I'm a hairstylist, and a lot of my clients will not drive in the snow. Some of them came from clear across town, or the other nearest city from us, and so I don't blame them, and I don't really want to be out on the road either. So I said, that's okay, we can do it next week, and I'm going to put a vlog together and do some things around the house that need to get done, because I'm going to have my grandkids this weekend, and I've got chores to do. I thawed out a turkey. We're doing a turkey right now, and so what I like to do, it barely fits in this pan. This bad boy is 18 pounds. I didn't cook one at Christmas, so, we like to have one right after the first of the year. And then whatever leftovers we have, we're going to can it up. So expect a canning video coming up soon. And so, vlogging, back to that. Do you guys really want to see vlogs? I mean, I know a lot of you do, but then there's some of you that I don't think you do. Now this butter is only going to be used for this turkey, but I'm not going to put that back in after touching it. And I'd like to get a brush. Hold on. Oh, and I get to hang out in my LuLaRoe leggings all day, which is really a plus for today. Okay, so kind of get your butter. Well, I'm getting the butter all over it, and it's already, because turkey's cold, it's already coagulated, if you will. And I season very simply with salt and pepper on the outside, and heavily. This is a big piece of meat. I'm also going to be taking the carcass and cooking bone broth. I love turkey bone broth, and I'm almost out in the pantry, and we'll can that up as well. All right, little black pepper. And I've got an orange on the inside. And do you guys stuff your turkey with oranges or apples? So we're gonna do an apple as well. And I just quarter it. I don't worry about seeds or anything. Of course, I wash the fruit first. And I want to grab some herbs out of the refrigerator. Okay, I've got herbs and I've got celery, and both of which I've washed and then just put back in the bag. I love to have celery permeate my turkey. If there's room in here. Okay, put that there. So, next on the list, after I get this in the oven, and I've got some thyme and oregano and rosemary here. I'm going to use some of that. Literally, just make yourself a bundle. Well, there's even a chive. Make yourself a little bundle with some oregano. And this is where your hands get dirty. Make sure it gets on in there. And I could put butter up under the skin and everything, but I'm not going to. I will drape a piece of parchment over this in the oven. So, I love looking at the snow, but I'm glad I don't have to drive in it. That was actually kind of a great thing that happened. Oh, and guess what? We'll be baking bread again. Yum. Okay, into a 350-degree oven for about 5 hours, and I'll bring you along for some other stuff. So I don't know about you guys, but I am cold, and the heater's running. I'm in here in this area. I'm going to do some cleaning, which will warm me up, and I'll bring you along for that. Maybe it'll motivate you to get cleaning your floors. But I am going to start a fire. I'm cold. So first thing I'm going to do is get my paper ready. Do any of you have a fireplace? I know it's not as efficient as a wood stove. We'd really like to redo this and put an insert in, but I'm not sure how much that would cost, and yeah. But here we go. Let's light a fire. Okay, so, and this is all free wood from my husband's job site, which is nice. You know, it doesn't heat our home, but it certainly supplements the heat, and it gives me a little ambiance for my day off at home. And I don't get these very often to be able to stay home all day. Usually if it's my day off, I have to do errands or something. And today I was supposed to work, so I didn't have to do any of that. So plan B is on a roll. Okay, let's go do some floors. 1, 2. But I feel good about my whole game if my kitchen is clean and my appliances, which I will never have stainless again because it shows everything. But the benefit of that is you know whether it's clean or not. You don't overlook it because it doesn't show. So anyway, if all the appliances are polished up, I feel so much better about things. I'm gonna go dust before I vacuum. So let's get to dusting. I'm already getting warmed up, and now the fire's cracking. So I've got to plug this in the family room, get that all vacuumed, and then I'm going to do a light Swiffer mop today. I'm not going to do the full-on steam mop, then wax and all that. But we're going to make the floors look good. They're going to be clean again, even though there's a pile of snow out there, and we're going to end up with mud in a couple of days. And 16 paw prints, short C, 16 paw prints running around in here is, in my opinion, worth every bit of it. I don't want no kisses from you, but I love you, girl. Yes, I do. All right, so Shotzi wants to help me. She really doesn't like the vacuum. And I have central vac, so I only have 3 places in the, no, I guess there's 4 places in the house to plug it in. And I won't bring you along for the bedrooms, but I will bring you along for a little Swiffer mopping, and then we'll see what's coming up next. I think I need to get some dough started. I have my sourdough starter getting all happy. I fed it this morning, and so we're gonna do some sourdough baguettes. Baguettes are fantastic for sandwiches, and they're so delicious. So, okay, next, onward. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is beautiful. And we're only a couple of hours in. It smells like Thanksgiving. My floors are done, my dusting is done, the bathrooms are clean. The laundry has one last load in the dryer. And that's done. The dishwasher is done, full of canning jars. And guys, how many of you out there use your dishwasher for holding on to your canning jars? Because that's all I do. Let's give you a close-up of that bird who's almost there. Look how pretty, and it smells divine. So good. Okay, let's get started on some sourdough baguettes. Today, we're gonna make a baguette recipe, and I'm playing around with this. You guys are gonna see, I've done this before, but it's been a very long time. And baguettes are really easy. It's pretty much flour, your starter of some sort, salt, and a little bit of water. Today we're going to use our sourdough starter, and this is a Wild Nevada sourdough starter. So I've measured it out by volume. It's approximately 2 cups. It's a little over because it's pretty heavy. You want at least 14 ounces of starter for this size recipe. There's 3 cups of flour in the bowl here, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my salt, but mix it in well so it doesn't inhibit my starter at all. So 2 teaspoons of salt, and this is a jalapeno cheddar. It's so good. It's been, I'll bet, 10 years since I've made this, so some of it's going by memory, some of it's going by what I've been reading, and I'm super excited. So I'm going to add my starter, and I want a pretty wet, sticky dough. I love my Danish dough whisk, and this starter smells fantastic. I've been feeding my starters every day, and got to use them in pancakes. They're delicious in pancakes. Anything that you think of for sourdough, it's wonderful. And if it ends up that I've got too much liquid, then we'll go ahead and add some water. But you want to begin with kind of a shaggy dough, which is what I've got. Let me bring you in so you can see. And I'm gonna let this dough just sit here and rest and absorb all the moisture before I go any further with more water or anything else. And really, that's as simple as it gets. And talk about inexpensive. 3 cups of flour, even if you buy it in little bags, it's not that expensive. So I figure that with the jalapenos and the cheddar cheese that's going in this, the baguettes that come from this recipe will end up costing me less than $1, but I'm gonna have more than one. So stay tuned. So now let's get our dough out on the counter. Now I've got my counter all cleaned off. I'm gonna get this out of here the best I can, and there's a little bit of flour remnants in just a little bit in the bottom. That's the only flour I'm gonna work into this. And I'm gonna knead this dough for just a few minutes. You've got a pretty long rise on this, and so you don't really need to knead it as long as you think. Not to baby's butt consistency. And you're gonna be tempted to add flour, but don't do it. Your hands will wash, and look at how nice. This is already forming into a really nice dough ball. All right, and really with just a few minutes of rising, or a few minutes of working the dough, when you push in, it springs back. That's all you need. You don't need to knead this like a fast rising bread dough. You want to give it a chance to, otherwise you'll end up with a dough that's tough, it's overworked. So I want to see it spring back a little bit. Yep. All right, so that's telling me that the gluten strands are well established and ready to go into the back in the bowl. Only I'm going to wash this bowl out, and I'll put a little bit of safflower oil in here, just enough to coat the dough ball, cover it with plastic, and let it go for its long nap. All right, we'll be back. Okay, so I'm not going to open the door because they will hear me and they'll get down. But if you look out there in the raised bed, I've got 2 dogs digging up my winter carrots. There's number 3. The only one that's not in there, they're digging up carrots. I wish I could zoom out further. They're digging up my carrots. Oh my gosh. And before they went out, Ragnar was over whining at the spot where I have treats. Oh, Strut says, wait if I'm in trouble. Anyway, that's what part of my day is going like. My goodness. Okay, so I just took the turkey out of the oven. It's been in that oven for 5 hours. And I turned it down about an hour and a half ago to 300 and let it finish real slow till we get that internal temperature we want. So poultry needs to be a minimum of 165. So I don't pull it till I get 165 in the thigh, because you can have raw meat there and we don't want that. So that's going. I've got my dough rising, and now I've got to get to work making the rest of the sides and keep these dogs out of trouble. Okay guys, I am ending this vlog. It is 7 o'clock. My husband had to come home, cut firewood, get that all ready. We've got a huge series of storms coming in, and so this is his plate. The baguettes are actually in the oven. They're not done yet, but I'll try to post a picture at the end of the video. And I'm gonna take a little bit of a taste. We have mashed potatoes with the giblet gravy, and I'm gonna tell you that gravy came out absolutely phenomenal because of the herbs in there, I think. Tons of fresh herbs. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Broccoli with cheese, turkey breast, and a little bit of thigh meat, and he's good to go. So, as always, guys, I can't wait to see you next time for another. It's been a lot of work today staying home. So, I'll see you next time. Go down in the About section, check all the links, and I'll let you up to date on the turkey bone broth. Oh my gosh, we have so much going on. It's not even funny. All right, we'll see you next time.